Greetings everyone, my name is Enteral, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. During the last part, I covered 4 viewer-submitted levels, so in this part I'll be covering at least 5 or 6 more viewer-submitted levels, starting out with this one. The amazingly dynamic cave adventure by Risad the Moose, with 11 plays and a score of 0. As always, if you want one of your levels to be featured in a future part like this one, please leave both the level name and level ID either in the comments section below or direct message me on Twitter. Also, as always, the full disclaimer of this entire LP series is linked in the description below. Also in the description are the timestamps for all levels that cover these parts, so if you want to check out what levels covered, expand the description. In this level, we play as Bass, who has access to the double jump as well as the top spin. So we can't attack enemies directly using the Bass Buster, unfortunately. That also means that we cannot destroy these rolling drills. I see a key door over there. I guess I'll have to return back here somehow. And I see, we'll be luring this rolling drill to the left in order to open a pathway to the left. I guess that's why this stage is called dynamic, because new pathways are being opened up dynamically, thanks to these rolling drills. You just need to be a quick rear dashing over there in order to make it. Same over here. I could make it before that door opened, but I didn't want to risk it. I guess that's just here for show. And I think this looks kind of like a tank. Though that may be just me. And now we need to follow around this one. So far so good, but I would like a checkpoint nearby. And now we need to follow around this one, I suppose. Never mind. Taking the upper route is just gonna lead to death. I wonder though, am I gonna be attacked by other rolling drills down over here? I really wish there was a checkpoint nearby, that would be super helpful. Oh yeah, there are the rolling drills now. How joyful. I wonder if that'll lead to something to the left there, like a secret. Thank you for the checkpoint, really appreciate it. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but that definitely looks like a face. And there's a Mega Man Life head recreation, or Mega Man head recreation. I just need to jump at the correct time, that's what I need to do. Easier said than done though, because I can't destroy them properly. There we go. And there, my double jump didn't activate because I consumed it by accident. X marks the spot, I suppose. I do like how those off areas actually have some unique visuals. Up I go, I guess. And now we're outside of this cave system. Would like a checkpoint nearby though. Probably just one after this segment. And of course, topspin doesn't work on top of these spines. Wonderful. Oh, I see. Yeah, I knew I was gonna die over there. I need to bounce off that spine, but knowing my luck, it's gonna take quite a few attempts. I always have problems trying to bounce off of spines. Well, at least it was only a few screens away, so it wasn't too bad. It's not as bad as if you died just before the first checkpoint. As you can see, bouncing off of these things can be a bit of a problem. There we go. That's what I meant to do. And apparently I keep my dash momentum if I immediately do a topspin after dashing. That's good to know. Let's try this again, shall we? So jumping in between each one of these, very risky though. Thank you for the key. Oh, I see, this loops all the way back to the beginning of the stage. That's very interesting. I would like a checkpoint nearby though, especially because of how low I am on health. Probably after this segment. But that's a nice way of looping up the stage. Good checkpoint placement. Certainly a little bit more difficult than your usual Mega Man stage, but this works. And now we end this by defeating Napalm Man. Overall, this feels kind of like a fortress level because it's assumed that you understand how these rolling drills work, especially in the first segment before the first checkpoint. In some ways, that's easier and harder than the following segments. So I'll give it a tentative 5.5 or a 6 out of 10. Second up is Bass Background Swap Journey by YouTube Social HD2 with 21 plays and a score of 1. Another bass level it seems, but we have a whole slew of special weapons. A little bit strange that we have Starman's background team playing, but I have an idea why that's so. Will this be another two-world stage? Where we swap between the foreground and background tiles or something? Never mind, it's like the next edition of the Weapon Capsule Relay. Although the challenges with the weapon capsules and the weapon blocks are a little bit more difficult. I say a little. Also, apparently the water wave can destroy the spines. That's good to know. So a bunch of these rooms are mini challenges that focus on special weapons. Based off of the title, I was hoping for something that was more like a two-world stage, similar to Color Shift Castle by Darkness, or a few other stages. And I guess that's it. Now we fight Crystal Man, with I suppose this is his weakness. Nothing more to say about this stage other than the fact it's still forgettable, and I'd like to see if the challenges for each special weapon expanded. Third level on the lineup is Castle of Challenge Part 1 by ThatValvePersonMabrick, with 17 plays and a score of 7. So this is a sequel set of Fortress stages from their previous Challenge Fortress stages. And these ones, from what I've heard, are better constructed and are more challenging. So let's do this. Like every Fortress stage in a Wily Castle stage, we start out on the outside. And I presume all of these are doable Buster only, though using the special weapons makes them a lot easier. And I especially love I have access to the super arrow because it makes it so that I can skip past these segments with ease. Yeah, I knew there was going to be a secret over there, especially because of the odd hole in the wall. Good checkpoint placement, following about 11 to 12 screens after the beginning of the stage. I could have made it if that Enteral wasn't there. And now we have the magnet gimmicks, oh boy. Those are the most difficult enemies of the stage because of how they're positioned and how they can knock me into other gimmicks. Oh, wonderful. Well, at least I have an M-Tank, so I will use it now. Another good checkpoint placement. It seems that each section of the stage focuses on a different gimmick. Like this segment's focusing on the usage of the ring platforms. The super arrow is the best weapon in the stage, I'd say so far, because of how it allows you to skip past most of these enemies. The close second, or tied for being first, would be the leaf shield. And I guess we're gonna fight the fortress boss right about now, Crystal Man. So that was the end of Castle Challenge Part 1. It certainly feels harder than the first stage of the preceding set of challenge levels or fortress stages by ThatValvePersonMabrick, and it also felt better constructed. So I will give it a thumbs up, at least a 5.5 or 6 out of 10. Fourth level on the lineup is Paradis Coupe V3 by Panther35 with 22 plays and a score of 0. This is an upgraded version of one of Panther35's previous levels that I played through. Although I don't exactly recall the original level design because it was several hundred levels ago. In this version, we get a choice between playing as 3 different characters, each with their own different routes. So I will play through the stage at least 2 more times. Mega Man can jump, shoot, and slide, no charge shots though. Here we gain access to the Ice Slasher. If I recall correctly, by taking different routes we also gain access to different special weapons. Okay, what am I reflecting off of there? Invisible fire bars. That's really generous to have a full refill over there. And there we gain access to the Hyper Bomb. Really easy to get though with the Ice Slasher. Good checkpoint placement, always after each segment. And we had two choices, either to go to the right or left, I suppose. No, we can only go to the right. I guess that's where one of the different character route splits meet up with each other. And there's the end of the stage. Around the length of a traditional level, maybe slightly longer, but I will need to replay through it twice because the level terrain and geometry is a bit different with different characters, as well as enemy placements, although the general aesthetics and theme are about the same. Cutman's weakness here is of course the Eye Slasher, which means that this arena works better against him than me. Because I can permanently keep him away from me using the frozen fire bars as shields. So that was the end of the Mega Man route of Paradis Coupe. So let's see what the second and third route have to offer. This felt around the normal difficulty. It does heavily incentivize you to use special weapons, but you can get by without using the special weapons. So next up, let's play as Proto Man. This already looks different because there are no two Matals greeting me just exiting the fortress now. For one, now we have a Picket Man here. And we take double damage, wonderful. So I gotta be really careful with some of these enemy placements. Okay. I don't know how I did that. The water wave is going to work wonders against these Sniper Joes though, because it can just eat through the projectiles, or wash away the projectiles. Yikes, I would like a full refill soon. I'm using this as extra insurance. This is really scary. Proto Man feels like the hard mode version of this stage, by far. Mainly due to taking double damage. And there are a lot more dangerous enemies, for sure. I didn't mean to slide over there, but I accidentally did the other combination for sliding, aka down plus jump. Well, that works wonders. Thank goodness I went for and got access to the water wave. Well, that works wonders. Let me try it again. That seems really fun. I mean, with just 2 or 3 volleys, you can easily just destroy the hot dogs. And apparently the water wave can just extinguish those tackle fires. That makes sense. This segment's gonna be really tough. I really wish I had a shield weapon that completely encompasses Proto Man here. This time I have more health, so hopefully I'll be able to survive for longer. And that's how we do it. Good checkpoint placement. I wonder what's to the left over there. I guess that's either base's route or something else, so let's go to the right instead. Never mind, this gives me access to the plant barrier, which, considering playing as Proto Man, is going to be a huge benefit, because now I have access to basically another E-tank on demand that I can refill. This stage is really showcasing the positive benefits of Water Wave. I mean, this stage, especially Proto Man's version, is really tailor-made for it. And there I died during the route combination. Wonderful. Well, you already saw where those two pathways loop up each other, so I'll exit off over here and move on to base's route. Though it seems that I'm missing the third special weapon of the route, I suppose that it's hidden somewhere. Like for Mega Man, I suppose I was going to get access to the gravity hole somewhere, but I didn't find a special weapon. So let's do base's route. Mega Man's route felt like the medium difficulty, Proto Man's route felt like the hard difficulty. I suppose it's the easy route or something. I'm gonna burn an E-tank right about now because I don't want to die this early. And after all, there's another spare E-tank right over there. This opening cross segment felt a bit more difficult than Mega Man's route, but definitely easier than Proto Man's. And the dive missile is a superior weapon overall. At the beginning of Mega Man's route, I gained access to the Ice Slasher, which is a better utility weapon. Proto Man gains access to the Water Wave, which deletes enemy projectiles, which is super helpful. And Base gains the best offensive weapon. Of the bunch, that is. Remember, all these segments are doable with the base busters, but it's a lot easier if you use special weapons, and you are heavily incentivized to use them, what with the full refills at each checkpoint. And this is the route leading to the Leaf Shield, I see. Wanted the damage boost over there because I didn't want to fall into those spikes. And this was a segment where you could utilize the Leaf Shield to great benefit. And that's how we gain access to the Flash Stopper, I see. It seems getting access to the third special weapon of Base's route is the easiest, by far. It wasn't hidden at all. Wow, I slipped right after that one. That was my fault for not holding left there. At least the checkpoint was right over here, so not much was lost. And this is where the three routes loop up with each other or link up with each other. Proto Man falls from the top as well as Mega Man, and Base enters from this side. So that's the end of the stage. Overall, I liked it. I would say that Base's route was the easy mode, Mega Man's route was the medium difficulty, and Proto Man's route was the hard to very hard route. Oh boy, I died the most during Proto Man's route, especially due to the enemy placements and not having enough offensive weaponry. And also because of the fact that Proto Man took double damage for everything. Thank goodness I had access to the water wave, because Proto Man's version of the stage, or at least most of his route, it really well demonstrated how useful the water wave is with deleting enemy projectiles. Fifth on the lineup is No Weapons by MeeM, with 22 plays and a score of -1. So this is going to be a pacifist / survival stage. And yes, I know those are troll traps, I'm not going for them. They lead to bottomless pits, I'm sure of it. Really generous checkpoint placement, thank you. At least those pickups act like the signals that they're bottomless pits. And I don't see any obvious ways to break the stage yet. That key is probably for nothing. Like it's just there to taunt you. Honestly, this stage feels rather empty. That just leads to spikes. I think that may be possible to do if you somewhat damage boost and collect one of the pickups, but overall I think it's impossible. What is possible, I think, is doing this stage damageless, which I failed at over there. But overall this felt like a rather forgettable stage that didn't really capitalize on its pacifist gimmick. And felt rather empty as well. And we need to drop Old Man into the pit here, which is super easy. So overall, a very forgettable stage. Probably a 3.5 out of 10 or 3 out of 10. Sorry for being harsh, but it's just rather forgettable and empty. So sixth and final level of the part is Even More Enteral Suffering, aka Internal Suffering, by MeeM with 12 plays and a score of 0. So effectively a harder version of Internal Suffering by MeeM, we'll have to see. Yeah, no way I'm getting access to Proto Man there, unless I'm lucky somehow. So we start off with a spike drop segment, and we play as Base. Oh, that's gonna be a little bit problem to get around. Never mind, I have access to Charge Kick, what am I saying? That looks oddly suspicious there. Yeah, there's nothing to the right, so we go to the left instead. And I forgot we don't have access to dashing because we only have access to charge kicking. Whoops. Should have done an air jump over there. At least the checkpoint's just a few screens away, so it isn't too frustrating. That's how we do it. I'm waiting for a moment here because I half expect there to be a troll trap. Guess not. Yeah, I knew there was not going to be anything there. Let me take a look over there just to be sure. Yeah, nothing over there. There is a hole in the wall there, but I probably cannot access it unless I took the left route with the rolling drills. Okay, that's a neat way of using these quicksand blocks as platforming. Keep in mind they do reset my charge kick air jumping. Let's hope that there isn't any spikes hidden in the sand. And we're back over here. Oh, I understand now. By getting access to the skull barrier, I can access the left area now. Clever. Clever way of looping up the stage. Or a neat way at least. And checkpoint placement is rather frequent. Outside that one segment over there, I'd say this is easier than Internal Suffering. Well, the only real difficult part of Internal Suffering was the first part. After that, it was smooth sailing. At least for me. And here we gain access to the super arrow. I know what we're going to be doing here. I was expecting some quick or slick air jump dodging where we need to activate one of the super arrows while on top of one of the other ones to dodge some spikes, but no, just a right directly to the left. That was kind of disappointing. Here's something different. We need to climb upwards to defeat Bubble Man, I see. And down we go. Not what I wanted to do over there, but okay then. Can you please come back over here? Let's just reset. I think I may have gotten Bubble Man stuck over there. This is a neat way of rising to the challenge. But still it's rather easy. But at least it's different from the conventional Bubble Man encounter. Easy peasy, especially because those crash lifts protect me as well. No, they don't. So that was the end of even more Enteral Suffering. In comparison to Internal Suffering, I'd say this was easier outside at one point where I kept dying, though that was my fault. I did like usage of looping around the stage and I liked it more than no weapons, but still it felt like it didn't really properly explore its gimmicks or special weapon usage. I'd give it a 4 or 4.5 out of 10. It's slightly better than the previous stage, but still rather below par. You can do better, MeeM. You can definitely do better. So overall, out of the 6 levels I played in this part, my favorite level would definitely be Paradis Coupe V3, with an honorable mention going to Castle Challenge Part 1. So in the next part, I'll be covering several more viewer submitted levels. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!